at what the government thinks about the people. They see them as slaves, and they're demonstrating how they regard people in what they do. And yet people are thinking how the government are here to help us and are our friends. Realistically, they don't see the real viewpoint that's going on, because they don't want to see that, but they can. And there are people who understand how the governments really don't like us and are here to suppress us. That is very real too. The birds don't need a government. For the most part, people who don't know why they're here or what they are doing need a government. They need to be told what to do. Everybody is looking for freedom. So here's the chance. Here is the presentation to provide the real knowledge, to show people how to become free of all restrictions. That's a real challenge, to do that and figure that out, and at the same time educate yourself about yourself while you're in creation. Paul went through the same thing, and everybody does. Rebazar could walk down the street, but who's going to pay attention? Who's going to care? There will be people who will throw rocks at him, especially those in the other so-called spiritual paths, as they don't want the guides around, because they will disrupt their business. That's why Joni doesn't want us around. It disrupts her business plan. This is a business world now. We're doing business too, in our own way. It's the business of the isness. It's not really a business, but it's one that formulates itself according to what people know. We're trying to comply with how people see things. We're trying to baby them along so they can have a better understanding. Like a child, they first start off on a tricycle. Then they learn to ride that bike on their own. The parents aren't holding the child, the seat, the handlebars, to make sure the child's going straight. Eventually, the child can ride the bike on its own, and this is what we're here for. We're not creating a program where people are programmed. It's a course to where people get through it, and they're able to stand on their own, and it's up to them to recognize how to stand real with the whole of life now. That's a choice they must make too. It's a big choice, and most people will go back to their personal life and will just keep reincarnating. It's not a do or die situation. It's that this is how life is, and it's waking up to how it is, and figuring out how it really is, and not from all the distorted ideas that are out there, where people think they know what life is. It's a big challenge for people to really take it on, to really figure out how it is, their environment here, and the environment in creation, and the real environment of the real universes. This is what we do, and we're doing a lot like never before. There's so many opportunities, and it's for everybody. But you must step up, and you must become involved. What the world thinks and what they do is whatever they decide, and for the most part, the world doesn't want us here, because the world wants what it wants. So at the same time, you have a few moments that you're here, because each lifetime passes very fast, and especially now, with what's going on in this world, and it's on absolute destruct. That's the plan, and it's a given. Depopulation. It's all around us. So it's about stepping up and doing something in the meantime. As you pass over, you're going to be aware of what you're aware of, and that's it. And we've seen many people pass over, like Marjorie Klemp. She was the great higher initiate, and I knew her for many years, and now she's with the reptilians. Things were not as she thought they were, and she had made agreements that she didn't recognize. We're providing something so the individual can recognize what's really going on here, on the real side, in the real universes, everywhere. This is the best part, and not just some sound good ideas that really continually restrict the individual to certain areas, to where they don't know where they are at. It's a big course, and you have to get involved, and it's just a whole lot to make it to that goal line. There's a lot of offense and the defense there, and the defense doesn't want you to get there. People who have belonged to spiritual paths and religions are tap-lined, and the tap-lining reptilians don't want to let people go. They don't like it when you don't obey. You've got to deal with that too, and that shows up on the real side. And even when you get past that part, you still have to deal with them, because they're in creation, as you're presenting what you are here. This is why there's very few here, because to most of the world this is very scary, so they'd rather just have us gone, because we're too scary. But we're just very real and wonderful. You must take the time to recognize that and see it.